my style. I've been missing in action over the last couple of weeks. Well, we had Thanksgiving and we had power out and Wi-Fi outages, so couldn't stream. But now we're back just in time for the holidays. And today we are going to talk about something that I get asked a lot from my style clients. And it's the question of how you get a put together makeup look when you don't like to wear makeup or when you want to do minimal makeup. You don't want to add a bunch of time. So I was thinking, of course, I've done makeup for years, but who knows makeup as well as I do, or even better, and who knows skin better than I do, more than my BFF and today's guest expert, Ingrid Hernandez. And she's right here in studio. So we actually met, and those of you, last time Ingrid was on Fix My Style, she was here for her hanger problems. How are your hangers doing?
They're lovely.
Okay, great. And but we met through makeup and skincare. We met as Mary Kay directors many years ago, or Mary Kay consultants many years ago. And yes, we still are involved in makeup and skincare, and we love it. And Ingrid is a licensed esthetician. So, and she agreed to come on with a naked face. I mean, not many friends would do that. So thank you, Ingrid.
For you, yes.
Oh,
for you, yeah.
She's so gorgeous. She doesn't need that much makeup. But today we're going to talk about the few things you can do that anyone can do to really get that put together look. And why is it important? Well, it is all about the little details, and that put together look, just adding a few things to your daily routine will enhance your look quite significantly. And for those of you that have heard me speak many times, research has shown that women in particular that put more time into grooming, or seem to put more time into grooming, make more money. It's a sad fact.
Seem is a key word.
Seem, exactly. So it's all about how can it look like.
Yeah.
I got it all together and just kind of do little tweaks. So Ingrid, let's start with the most important thing of all, which is skincare. And you might not think, well, we can talk about makeup. Well, I like to say, as an interior designer, I like to say, doesn't matter how good your paint is, if you're painting it on an uneven wall. You need a smooth wall to get a nice paint finish, right?
Yes.
Same thing with skincare. So Ingrid, what are some of the basic stuff we need to do every day?
Basic cleanse.
Yep.
Exfoliate. Yes. And hydrate.
And exfoliate, you could do like microdermabrasions and stuff. I like to use like a daily brush. That's a good daily exfoliation, right?
This is nice because it's actually a massages too. So it's really good for stress relief too. To kind of,
that's good.
If you kind of go back and forth, take a few extra.
Stress. Who has that?
Who has that? Especially for the holidays. But that's also good for an upgrade. So if you're used to cleansing, exfoliating, and hydrating, and you want an upgrade, that's the perfect upgrade.
That's good. And it also preps your skin to absorb all that. So yes, and it's all about the daily maintenance, right? Because getting a facial, she does great facials, by the way, but getting a facial every now and then is fabulous, but it's all about the daily, because it's like going to the gym. It's great going to see a personal trainer every now and then, but it's
to maintain it.
The thing you do.
It's like a tune-up.
Yes, that's right. It's like the service of the car. Yes. I love that analogy. Okay, so then Ingrid, so the first thing we usually think about after good skincare, it is about evening out the skin tone, right?
Yes.
Because most of us, especially as we age, we tend to get parts of our face that gets a little darker or maybe a little redder. So show us a quick evening of the skin tone.
Well, okay. So I have a little bit of under eye corrector and a little bit of.
Yeah. I always do that after. I do that first.
Well.
How do you do it?
So I do a little bit of CC cream, and I'm using medium to deep. We're actually the same color.
Who thought, right? Oh.
And what I love about the CC cream, it's a color corrector.
Yeah.
So it kind of almost transforms to fit you, which is kind of nice.
That's why we can use the same color.
Yeah.
And CC cream, it really is. It's kind of like a foundation, but it's not as much coverage. So you don't kind of get that super made up look. It's more of a natural look, right?
It is. I love CC.
Yeah.
And
CC stands for color corrector.
So I'll take a little bit of, and I'm going to do one side. See if I can do this.
So a little concealer, especially under the eyes, right? Where we tend to get, present company included, tend to get very dark.
And you can do the top too, just to kind of even. You can use your fingers.
Yes.
Brushes are great.
Fingers are also good. And also with the fingers, you get their skin or the heat will make it blend in.
And then foundation, CC, you always want to go down because unless you come see me for dermaplaning, you do have peach fuzz.
We have fuzz. That's right. Oh, I done that once. I need to do that again because I didn't think I had that much fuzz, but afterwards I noticed that it was a lot.
And what happens is you brush up, you stick up the peach fuzz. So when somebody gets really close to you, they can actually see all the peach fuzz.
So now Ingrid is using a brush, a foundation brush. And why we love that is because it evens it out and you actually use less foundation because you smooth it out better than with fingers only, right?
Yes.
Look at that.
And it doesn't streak if you use a brush.
That's right.
So,
okay. Okay, so that number one, evening out the skin tone. Quick evening out of the skin tone. Sure, you can use powders to even out the skin tone too. Just be careful. As we age, powders tend to settle in our lines, which is not the look we're going for. Then something that I've talked about before when I talk about being on screen, but it's even more important in real life, of course, is to increase the contrast in our face. And for contrast, it's about enhancing the eyes and our lips because we want people to look us in the eye and to look at our mouth when we talk because you pay better attention if you look at someone's mouth when you talk, when you speak. So eyes, and for eyes, we got the frame, which is the eyebrows, and of course that the eyes themselves. But for a quick one, what do you do?
I'm going to use today a brow pencil.
Yeah.
And I have a little bit of.
I say you're blessed with dark eyebrows, but
however,
can always be.
Let's see.
They're never going to be perfect, and they're not twins.
No, they're cousins.
Cousins. Yeah, they're never going to be exactly the same.
And I kind of just with the pencil, you kind of just flick, like if you're adding hair.
Yes.
So it's
imitating hair growth. Yeah. So it's not one continuous line.
And you kind of know where it I actually have a little bit more here, but they should kind of start at the tip of your eyes.
Yep.
End at the end.
Yep.
And your arch matches your nose.
Arch matches your nose. Who knew, right?
So it's super quick, nothing too crazy.
And the good thing too, if you mess up, you could just wipe it off. It's not the end of the world.
But look at the difference.
Yeah. Yep.
I need to do this. Wow. And that's just very little. It's not a lot. What do you think?
Yeah, that's great.
Okay.
And then I like when everything else fails and you need just something quick, I think mascara is the way to go. So skip eyeshadows, liners if you don't want to do that. Just add some mascara to enhance the lashes because that will increase the intensity around your eye. So it's all about making sure people see your eyes.
Some mascara?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want to do blush?
Yes.
So do you want me to do blush on my eye?
You could do that. That's a fun little trick too. So why do we want blush? Because we want a little bit of color in our skin. So we've evened out the skin tone, but we want a little bit of color, again, especially as we age, because we tend to lose the rosiness in our cheeks. So a little bit of blush or bronzer, depends on your skin tone. For Ingrid, bronzers they don't do much. So a little bit of color in the cheek gives that kind of fresh, youthful appearance. And Ingrid has a little trick too that she does when she's in a hurry and don't have time for eyeshadow. I think that looks great.
So you
don't need a lot. You just
take the same color of blush.
Just put it on your eyelid.
You put it on your eyelid.
Bam!
And it looks like you have.
And then it looks like you put through an effort and put on eyeshadow.
There you go.
Da da da.
And then mascara. That's my favorite color. So mascara, you want to go all the way to the base and then wiggle your lashes.
You can go up close to the camera so they can see.
Wiggle your lashes. Like,
wiggle.
Like Jersey girls when they tease their hair. And you can kind of close too. Close your eyes to go against it.
And if you happen to get mascara anywhere else in your face, that's okay.
Yes, and if you let it dry, it just flicks off.
Yeah, that's right. It's when you start messing around when it's wet, then it gets everywhere. Yeah.
I love mascara.
Well, yes, mascara just changes everything. Do you do your bottom too?
I can.
Oh. I like to do a little bit on the bottom because otherwise I feel like it gets a little bit unfinished. With both, you get kind of that frame around.
Oh my goodness. I look lopsided.
Well, good. Yeah, looks great. And then again, for contrast, we want people to pay attention to our mouth when we speak. So little bit of gloss or lipstick does not have to be intense colors. If you don't like that, you can go fairly neutral. But by marking the mouth, you make sure people pay attention and you create that contrast in your face. Look at that. So you do liner first.
Mm-hmm. Liner first. And if you want it to last a little longer, color the whole lip.
Color the whole lip with liner.
Mm-hmm.
Then do you do something on top of that?
Today I am in the spirit of the holidays.
Oh,
I have.
Are we going
scarlet red?
All right. And that's going to look so good when you only do half the mouth too. Look at that.
Oh my goodness, that's so funny.
So good. Do da 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 da.
Ta-da.
So that's it for a more put together finished look. Even the skin tone, add a little contrast to brows, lashes, and mouth, and add a little color to your cheeks. And if you feel up for it, add it to the eyelid as well. Yeah. And then Ingrid and I have a super exciting announcement.
Which face? This is my good side. So
I'll show you this side. So today, Wednesday, the 14th of December, we have launched our podcast. It's called High Heels Happy Hour Podcast. Something that we've been working on for a long time. Yes. And it finally came to fruition. So today you can get it wherever you get your podcast. You can go to High Heels Happy Hour Podcast. It's a podcast for, well, it kind of tells, I guess, the title, but it's for specifically for women, although men can listen to it too. But it's about not makeup and style. It's about entrepreneurship. And I'm sure we will touch on those things too. Mm-hmm. But between the two of us, we've had many careers and we've been our own bosses for a long time. And we've kind of dealt with all the problems and I guess pleasures that come with it. So
yes, and sign up for our newsletter.
Yes.
because we're doing giveaways. For the first 50,
Yes.
off the bat, first 50 that sign up for our newsletter will get entered to win a prize, and it's our favorite things.
Yes. So we every week or as
Yeah.
soon as we get new favorite things, we're going to do drawings and have a lucky winner from our newsletter signups.
And we love to go
So-
shopping.
Yeah, and you can go to www.highheelshappyhour.com to sign up for the newsletter.
You don't want to miss it. Just saying.
It's so funny to look at you.
I know. I'm thinking.
All right. Well, thank you for coming on and being my guest expert of the day. And as
Always a
always,
pleasure.
if you have any questions or if you have any style problems you want me to answer, just
How do you fix this
submit.
side?
How do we fix the other side? Well, that's next week. No. All right. Until next time, remember, chic happens and can't wait to see you later. Bye-bye.